to invite your leaders to at least say a few words before I draw a curtain to the close of this meeting. So I'll start with the minority leader.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for this opportunity to deliver my closing remarks as the House adjourns CDDA this evening. One can only be grateful to God for giving us the strength and energy to work for the well-being of our constituents and the good of the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, we may disagree, but let me say, I appreciate your leadership, the support you give to members. To your deputies, the first and second deputy speakers, let me also say to them, well done for shepherding the affairs of the House, and we hope that things will get better even as we get to know ourselves better along the way within these 4 years. To my colleague members of Parliament, particularly those in leadership, I cannot express less my gratitude to you for the spirit of friendship you have exhibited during this period. Although sometimes arose and argument got heated, we managed to move through for the good of our nation. Mr. Speaker, there is no gainsaying that this maiden meeting has been most eventful and packed, especially for our first-timers who may not have had expectation of Parliament to be the way it has been. Of course, after the dissolution of the 8th Parliament and the inception of the 9th Parliament, there was a need to elect new officers of the House, right from the Right Honourable Speaker, his able deputies, both the leadership of the House, majority, minority. More so, there was a need for orientation and induction to ensure that newly elected honourable members are adequately and comprehensively introduced to the business of the House. The orientation and induction program again afforded elected honourable members, especially the first-timers, the opportunity to engage and interact with some experienced former members of this Guest House, like the venerable former Majority Leader, Honourable Oseche Mensah Bonsu. This provided a very useful platform for members to gain practical experience on how Parliament works and what the nuances and dynamics of serving Parliament entail. Mr. Speaker, His Excellency the President made a maiden entry into this House to deliver to us a message on the state of the nation on 27 February 2025, where he outlined his vision for the country, of course, without his 24-hour economy. As has been the practice, this House and honourable members were allowed to make comments and to interrogate some of the policy measures that the President hinted that his administration will introduce to ameliorate the suffering of the populace. As a leader from the other side, I can only wish him and his administration well in their undertaking, knowing very well that the good people of this country will be the better judge in not so distant future. The sona was followed on the 11th of March 2025 with presentation of the budget statement and economic policy of government for the year 2025 by Honourable Minister for Finance on behalf of the President, Dr. Kasiel Ato Ban-Forsen, who also represent the good people of Ejumaku Enyanesiam in this House. it is interesting that though His Excellency assured us that his finance minister in his budget would outline the famous policy of 24-hour economy, Dr. Forson also, in his statement, deferred this all-important policy and promised us another time, meaning that for the 2025 financial year, the 24-hour policy is Yamutu. Mr. Speaker, I will also commend the parliamentary service staff for their hard work, commitment, and dedication. As I always say, what would life be without them? But, Mr. Speaker, we in the minority have some few reservations which we believe, if they are addressed, this House will be a better place for us going forward. One, our friends in the majority side often reside on understandings rich and sprung surprises on us. We believe that proper politics can best be done where there is goodwill, good faith, and understanding of issues without surprises. If the majority is able to work on this, the often seen acrimony will be minimized. An example, Mr. Speaker, is the issue of the gold bond bill. Mr. Speaker, every indication was to the effect that after working together at the committee level, after going through win-on-win collectively, the bill will be taken at 10 a.m. this morning or soon thereabout. There was an understanding that certain clauses will be done, but unbeknown to us, the majority had their daggers hidden in their clothes. Mr. Speaker, the situation was such that Honorable Bejra, a senior member of this House, had to move all the way to switch off the mic of the minority chief whip. This is not the first time. This is not the first time our side is experiencing such an action from Honorable Bejra. In October, when we were in majority, and there was an impasse regarding a decision of Mr. Speaker, he publicly stated that if we enter the chamber, quotes, we will beat them, unquote. Mr. Speaker, whereas none of us can be perfect, in this chamber, we encourage that as much as possible, we minimize the excesses of our conduct. None of us is accepted. We are one family. The essence of this politics is to express our own views, however diverse they may be, but still maintain brotherliness. Mr. Speaker, that is very critical. Mr. Speaker, the minority also expresses disappointment regarding the inability of the chair to admit our review motion, which we filed in accord with Order 127 of the rules of this House. Mr. Speaker, there have been two decisions that we've been unhappy about. And the right way to do it is to file a motion challenging your ruling for review. Mr. Speaker, the first attempt, we were informed that because the official report is not out, we cannot rely on the unofficial transcript. We agreed, waited until the official report was approved. When the official report was finally approved by the House, and we attached same to our motion, again we are disappointed to hear that the motion had to be redrafted. Mr. Speaker, we believe that we deserve better. Mr. Speaker, we in the minority are not in this chamber to obstruct government business. We are here to offer constructive criticism. We have been in government before, and we know how difficult it is to run a government. We pray that our colleagues should be tolerant and tolerate us and engage us the more. It is true that they have a super majority, but they should not use their super majority to dictate to the mighty minority. Mr. Speaker, there are things that they may not see because of power. And because we are in opposition, we may see and draw their attention to it. Mr. Speaker, again, we call on all of us to look at the national interests and minimize the overly partisan posture in this House. Mr. Speaker, our country needs a parliament that will discuss the real issues and offer solutions. If we allow partisanship to overly take over the debates, Mr. Speaker, what that will mean is that the real culprits who hurt our nation will go scot-free because the politicians are playing football with it. I will cite the recent issue of challenges at ECG. Mr. Speaker, this is a matter that goes to the heart of inefficiencies within SOEs in our country. The way to solve it is to get to the root of it. However, if we adopt a partisan posture, we'll be defending our partisan positions and the problems will be there and the situation will get worse and worse and worse and another election cycle will come. There are many others that I would encourage my colleagues in government to engage us, and if they do, they hereby have my assurance that we'll work together because it is Ghana first. The road sector is one example. No minister goes on the road to certify certificates. It is technocrats who do so. So where there are challenges and the Minister of Roads and Highways calls upon us, we are assuring him of working with him for solutions. But when there is always a partisan twist, life will become difficult because it will mean we would have to defend our partisan positions. We don't need this. Mr. Speaker, I shall conclude by encouraging my colleagues. This is a time to take a break. Spend time with your families. The kids need us. Our wives need us. Our husbands need us. Our extended families need us. If we spend all the time doing politics, we'll lose our families. Let's spend some time with them. Mr. Speaker, I encourage colleagues, let's take time off our busy schedules to check on our health. Immediately you fall dead, the next moment the constitutional imperative will trigger. There will be by-election. When Okunko committed suicide, life continued in the village. So never think that you are mightier than the mightiest. Take time to check on your health and be able to meet those health challenges ahead of time so that you can recover. Mr. Speaker, on this note, I would like to thank you once again and thank my respected senior and the majority leader of this House for being a true gentleman in his dealings, save that when his mischief energies are activated, he makes life unbearable for me. But I pray that come the next meeting, life will be better than before. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your kind audience.